Hello friends, my name is Dr. Gurpreet Kaur Chhabra, and in today's session we would be talking about something which is known as sustainable marketing. We are going to start with Unit 4, and that is about community-based marketing. Let us start this module with an opening case. Harley Davidson. As you see the bike, there's something which comes to your mind. Harley Davidson, a legendary case. Way back in 1903, William S. Harley and Arthur Davidson introduced the first Harley Davidson motorcycle under Harley Davidson Motor Company. Since then, this brand has created a history. This motorcycle brand created a history in the arena of brand loyalty and has indeed achieved a cult brand status. I repeat, a cult brand status. And the whole credit goes to the phenomenal community-based brand marketing strategy of Harley Davidson. So friends, let us understand what makes Harley Davidson a cult. So for that, we need to understand what is a cult brand. A cult brand is different because it makes its buyers feel differently. They want things that represent their individualism. And from the very beginning, Harley has always positioned itself as an epitome of freedom and what more? Individualism. It gives its owners a blank canvas to explore who they are. Their uniqueness originates from the fact that Harley and Davidson created racing motorcycles way back when there were not even proper roads, let alone the racing tracks. They took courage to innovate and bring something way ahead of their time. And of course, this resonates with its buyers. Now let us understand how they created a cult. That means how to create a cult community. A cult brand focuses on creating its own tribe, its own community. In case of Harley, it is HOG, Harley Owners Group. It is a sponsored community marketing club which is operated by Harley Davidson for the enthusiasts of this brand's motorcycles. Perhaps this can be considered as an actual first social network. The HOG can easily be termed as the granddad of all community-based marketing efforts that we see today. And this not only serves to promote a consumer product, but in fact, a lifestyle. In fact, many brands across the world these days are including in India, have adopted this particular approach, and we will be discussing about many such examples, cases from different industrial sectors in the upcoming videos of this module. Now let us try to understand what makes it a cult community. What is actually a cult community? In order to be a cult community, the brand has keenly to listen to its customers and make amendments accordingly. And you know what? Harley did exactly that. The company collects customer data through sponsored events and organized conventions, which are filled with Harley Davidson fanatics. Perhaps this is something we call actual, factual market research. This data provides them with insights into consumer behavior, customer buying behavior, and of course, what consumers think. That is their opinion. And personally speaking, I find this an impressive way to have a sneak peek into buyer's black box. Buyer's black box is buyer's brain or thought process. They listen to customers so as to improve on their products and experiences. Strong association with the cult is something which Harley has created with its community. Harley's brand cult signifies freedom. The predominant personality trait of Harley Davidson's brand is freedom. But remember, here freedom doesn't mean a rebel. So the buyer is not a rebel, but a free person. Freedom here signifies two aspects: freedom from mainstream values and also freedom to travel anywhere you want, whenever you want. The logo of the eagle and biker clothing and saddlebags on the sides of the bike creates the imagery of the Wild West folk. And Harley gives people the freedom to experience an open world. And this is something which strongly imbibes an image in the minds of the customer, and believe you me, this has helped brands survive 2 world wars. Apart from that, the Great Depression and of course the global financial crisis about which we all know. Now comes how the brand has leveraged its legacy. Harley-Davidson's brand is built on consumer loyalty, packed with innovation and emotions. Companies can use Harley-Davidson community-based brand marketing strategy and of course its story as a legendary example to build and sustain their company with one of the most recognizable identities in the whole world. Harley-Davidson today is one of the most iconic brands in the world. And you know what? It has its own share of struggles. So nothing comes without pain. Over the years, Harley has struggled. They have been through periods of low returns because of the introduction of cheap Japanese motorcycles like Yamaha, Honda, and of course Kawasaki. And of course, their brand image got damaged, their reputation got damaged because of association of Harley bikes with some outlaw gangs. But still, they have always managed to find a way to get them back on track. And every time, stronger than ever before. So friends, with this as an opening case, let us understand what we are going to learn in this module. Let us understand the learning objectives of this module. In this unit or this course, we would try to understand the fundamentals of community-based marketing. And what are these fundamentals? We are going to understand the definition, concept, importance, benefits and drawbacks of community-based marketing. We will also study about the types of community-based marketing. We'll also try to understand what are the different strategies and tactics that are implied or applied in the community-based marketing. We would be talking about the authentic engagement, user-generated content. We will also talk about exclusive offers and rewards that are used as marketing tactics. We will also study about the collaborative product development between the company and the customer, how to empower brand ambassadors. We will discuss about the referral programs that are used as tactics in CBM, that is community-based marketing. And eventually, we would be studying about the future of community-based marketing and of course, the possible role of artificial intelligence, yes, AI in community-based marketing. Now, discussion of use of community-based marketing by Starbucks is something we will take under retail service example. Use of CBM by Apple as a company in ICT sector. We will study about Pediasure, an FMCG company, how it used CBM. We also study about the Urban Company, which is a home care and service aggregator, and the use of CBM in EdTech industry by Unacademy. Let us begin with the introduction to community-based marketing, and that is called CBM. Short form is CBM. So friends, the word community is not new for you. It suggests connectedness, togetherness, people joining in and becoming something bigger than the sum of their individual parts. Community is an ever-evolving entity that is much more about the we and what collective can achieve together that I and a single person can get from the belongingness. This is what the CBM is all about. The peculiar thing about these communities is that these communities are made up of people who share similar interests, goals, or a purpose. Now, whether that's working on a project together, sharing best practices, or simply sharing a passion, as we studied in case of Harley. So let us understand the definition of community-based marketing. It is bringing people together around a shared practice or a purpose or a place or product or even a set of circumstances to create insights and closer, more valuable relationships with the prospects, customers, and other stakeholders to deliver organizational value. Now, this is a definition given by Ashley Fredlin and Michelle Goodall from the Guild Company. Now, let us begin with the understanding of the timeline of evolution of online communities. Having looked at this diagram in the presentation, just have a look. You see that how online communities started developing way back in 1970s. Interesting, isn't it? The concept of group chat or messaging came into picture immediately after 1970s in 71. Later, in 1975, forums and bulletins boards started appearing on the arena. And much later, in 1990s, the web-based communities and blog networks made their appearance. And close by in 1995, social networks, as we discussed them today, came into limelight, and rest is all the history, the social media revolution that we all are witnessing now. So friends, in today's digital age where consumers are regularly bombarded with advertisements, brands, and are finding innovative ways to connect with their audience, CBM or community-based marketing is a strategy that focuses on fostering a sense of belonging among customers. Community marketing is a strategy that emphasizes engagement with existing customers rather than focusing solely on acquiring new customers. So this was a trend earlier, new customers, creating new customers. CBM focuses on nurturing the community of loyal customers who advocate for the brand advocates, provide feedback, and also engage in meaningful conversations. That's the beauty of CBM. This approach recognizes the value of a brand's most loyal customers and leverages their enthusiasm to foster organic growth. Interesting, isn't it? You are using your customer as your brand ambassador, and the customer is also happy. Now, let us understand the concept of community-based marketing. We will delve deeper into the arena of community-based marketing by trying to understand the nuances of CBM, that is community-based marketing. Community marketing is primarily a strategy, a marketing strategy, which emphasizes engagement with existing customers rather than focusing solely on acquiring new ones. So it's against the traditional approach. It's about nurturing a community of loyal customers who advocate for the brand and provide feedback, engage in meaningful customers. This approach recognizes the value of a brand's most loyal customers and leverages their enthusiasm to foster organic growth. Organic growth is something every company is looking forward. And interestingly, this is something that can be later on used to do something which is in trend these days, and that is influencer marketing. So you can say CBM gives way to influencer marketing. In this type of marketing strategy, a company to customer approach is adopted. I repeat, a company to customer approach is adopted. Companies create value from the perspective of providing solutions to the life issues of their customers. So we are not talking only about product and company relationship, customer and company relationship, the life issues of the customer. Also including augmented product, and in communicating this value, they form a constantly connected relationship with their customers through digital methods such as social media and social media apps. The first priority is to build relationships with customers who are interested in and of course empathize with the value created by the company. So from potential customers at the interested stage to repeat customers who have already purchased to experienced customers. So there is a complete customer creation journey. And to create a welcoming community environment for customers rather than engaging in direct advertising and promotional approaches, which was the perspective in the traditional marketing concept. Now let us understand what are the essential aspects of CBM which makes it different from the traditional marketing approach. Community-based marketing is basically a framework in which customer-driven activities are incorporated into the marketing process as a key and core element. Point number 2, in community-based marketing, the customer's role is much broader than it was in the traditional marketing, as per the theory. And in that, the customer is not only the recipient of the value, but interestingly, also contributes to the value creation of the creator. So, synergistic effect between the company and the customer. Another point is, in a customer community that a company has formed, it is possible for the company to ascertain real number data on consumer responses from potential customers. And based on this information, it becomes possible to plan production of the products more accurately and respond more appropriately with their next move. Actual factual data from the market research, which you don't get from the traditional surveys. Compared to conventional marketing, which is based on hypothetical customer segmentation, which is the traditional segmenting, targeting and positioning approach, or the demographic, geographic approach, this approach is much more precise and to the point. It is basically a process of approaching social media with a hypothesis in hand, quickly determining the results of the response and of course taking corrective actions if and wherever necessary. So friends, in this video, we discussed basically about the important points. So friends, let's quickly have a recap of what we studied in this module. We discussed about the learning objectives. We discussed about the introduction to community-based marketing. We studied about the definition of community-based marketing. And we also studied in depth about the concept of community-based marketing. So by now, I think you have a fair idea and an cursory sneak peek into the concept of community-based marketing. Thank you very much for being patient listeners and viewers, and looking forward to meet you in the next video on this topic.